98 Not Out, sponsored by Shepherd Neame, proud supporters of cricket in Essex.
Now, to our shock, we've just worked out that record is 10 years old.
I know. November in 2010.
God. Time is flying.
It is. Now, talking of time, after the West Indies tours, we have a Pakistan team coming over, and we've got our Pakistan cricket expert, Debbie Knight, with us. Debbie, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Rather hot, but very good.
Don't
thank
brag.
You.
Don't brag. Don't brag.
How's lockdown been treating you?
Been okay. I've learnt how to garden. I've learnt how to bake. I've read lots. Missing cricket like crazy, but...
Aren't we all?
Well, anyone that follows your social media would know it's not just cricket with you. It's theatre, it's rugby, it's generally out and about for a whole manner of reasons. So it must be, for you, it must be quite a shock to the system.
It is, and actually I'm delaying my theatre night for you this evening. I'll be watching the National Theatre when we're done. So that's helped keep me sane.
Yeah.
But yeah, life has been a lot calmer, but obviously therefore quite a bit more boring if I'm realistic.
Now, we've got you on because you are our resident Pakistan cricket expert, honorary member of the Stani Army. And we have got Pakistan scheduled to come, but one or two little setbacks just ahead of their departure. There
are. I mean, I've just been watching Wasim Khan speaking, actually. I mean, they're due to get on a plane on Sunday, and they started with a 29-player list, and amazingly 10 fast bowlers, which is interesting, amongst those 29. And unfortunately, this week, 10 of them have actually tested positive for COVID.
Have they? Because I think one of them's said that they don't think they are positive.
Well, that's our naughty Hafiz, who went off and got his own test. Which came back negative, but actually basically the PCB are saying they're actually not interested in his test. The 10 are being retested on Friday, and then today 5 other players have been tested, 5 reserve players. Now, key amongst those that have been tested positive is Mohammed Rizwan,
right,
who I think would have been the test keeper.
Okay.
Amazingly, Sarfraz is actually due to be on the plane too, but I can't envisage him playing Test cricket.
And there's no Mohammed Amir, is there?
No, Amir hasn't been included. He retired from Test cricket. Right. His wife's actually due to have a baby.
That'll be his second.
So I like to think that's the main reason that he's not been included and that we'll see him back again. We've seen Sohail Khan is included, so if he can come back, I'm sure that Amir can.
Yeah. And of course, they've got to be careful with whatever plane they come over on, because I read on the news today that in light of that tragic plane crash in Karachi recently, where a PIA jet went down, it was the pilot's error, and then a report's come out today saying that basically 2/3 of Pakistan International Airways pilots have got
qualified.
1/3, wasn't it?
It's 40. I think it's 40%, isn't it? I think.
Oh, okay, but very worrying.
You'd like to think they make sure their airline pilot is qualified. That's a scary thought, isn't it?
Well, the ECB have chartered the flight.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm imagining it's not going to be Pakistan Airways.
Yeah.
So just looking at I've just actually flicked onto ESPN Cricinfo, who put something up a few hours ago. There's actually 18 players that have tested positive for coronavirus. The 18 players who tested negative, as well as the 11 support staff. They're going to undergo a second round of tests, and they'll be the ones to come over first. And it looks like anybody else, they'll have to have 2 clear tests before they're allowed to travel.
That's under review as well at the moment. I mean, they're not going to make another announcement until Saturday, and they are reviewing whether or not they need 2 clear tests. If they do, I think they're tested again on Sunday, and the plan will be that if they have 2 negative tests that they'll follow. That one of the interesting little nuggets in here is that Rohel Nazir has been included as one of the backup players, a reserve player, who is an 18-year-old wicket-keeper who actually captained Pakistan in the Under-19s World Cup. So that could be, by default, quite an exciting inclusion if he does come over.
That would be good to see someone as young as that being given a chance, definitely.
Yeah. Well,
is there a chance that if they travel, because there's still theoretically enough time for them to come and quarantine, theoretically?
Definitely. I mean, one of the things, of course, that as he's talking for the Pakistan Cricket Board, is that what Wasim has to do is actually reassure people that they're coming to somewhere that's safe for them.
Yeah.
And he and the PCB are clearly very happy with what the ECB have got arranged for them.
Yeah.
So to a degree, I mean, they're in a hotel in Lahore at the moment. I think they'll possibly be safer here. I don't know.
They're scheduled to stay at Southampton, aren't they? At the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. I think you're going. Their main concern is actually that they can play the Test matches, which is lovely and refreshing, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, I think the concern is that the coronavirus is only really just starting to take hold in Pakistan now, isn't it? Numbers are starting to grow quite quickly.
Yeah.
I know it's a huge issue in India, but I think you're right. I think Pakistan has so far escaped the worst of this.
Well, they're looking at the peak in India being in August.
Right.
So I suspect that will probably be mirrored across in Pakistan as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that I don't think there's any fear that this is going to be called off.
No.
For my purpose, I mean, I'm really disappointed that I'm not going to be able to go and see them. There's another very exciting young name who actually features in those that have got positive tests at the moment, which is Haider Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's a 19-year-old. I mean, he should really make his mark, hopefully. I mean, they're asymptomatic, so none of these guys are ill.
They've just got the test, yeah.
As is with quite a lot of young people, they don't show a lot of symptoms, do they? And
but I read this week actually that if athletes do get this thing, that because I guess they use their lungs more than the rest of us as such, that actually it can be quite problematical for them.
Yeah, I've not seen that yet. So I mean, it's interesting. Obviously, England have done a lot of testing. 703 tests, all negative across England and West Indies. So they're certainly showing they've got these venues COVID secure, haven't they?
They have, yeah. That's great news. Yeah, Pakistan will be here. It just, it might just mean that the makeup of the team is going to be different. 7 of the 10 that have tested positive are actually white ball players. So the effect will be greater there than for the test team. And as so often is the way with these things, it might give another player a chance he wouldn't have had otherwise.
Is it a slightly different squad than we would have seen before in England? There'll be quite a lot of new names, won't there?
We say new names. There are some names that have reappeared, really. I mean, it's not looking at... They've got 4 openers on this list. 2 of them are 30, one's 32. So they seem to bring people back, if you like. I mean, obviously, Sarfraz is 33. Another one, of course, that will be very exciting is Nazim Shah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen that lad play live. They're back next year for 3 one-days and 3 T20s.
What is the schedule for this summer for the Pakistan tour?
For this year,
yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I think it's... Well, I was due to go to 2 T20s, so I presume that they're going to... it was 3 T20s, and it's normally an odd number of tests. It's normally 3 tests, isn't it, for Pakistan?
I think it's 3 tests and 3 T20s, and I think the test matches are supposed to start... was it
August,
a triangular...
Yeah, there's definitely 3 T20s I've got, which is the 29th of August, 31st of August, and the 2nd of September.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And there is some test matches in early August as well, I think, isn't there?
Yeah, they had to rejig around because I think Ireland and Scotland were, and Australia as well, weren't they? Were part of this summer's equation originally, and they've all had to reassess. But it's made way for this to be a more meaningful tour, I think, for Pakistan.
Yeah, I wish that they would actually give them the 5 Test tour 1 year, really, because they always give a good, it's a good competition between them. They love Lords, and obviously they won't get that opportunity this year. But yeah,
did they get 5? In the old days, did they used to have 5?
There was due to be 3 Tests and 3 T20s, so it's just where they're going to rejig the 3 Tests to, isn't it? I guess.
Well, I'm sure that some of the reason that Pakistan are keen to come is that they hope that England will reciprocate.
Yeah.
But they do lack cricket at times, Pakistan.
It was good to see. Obviously, the T20 tournament was actually taking part. That's what ended. That's what coronavirus ended, wasn't it?
PSL,
it was good to see that it was the actually taking fully part
thing,
in Pakistan.
the whole thing.
Everybody spoke positively about it, about how good it was, which was really good to hear.
And then you had the MCC tour, and did Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka went. Yeah,
they went. So. I think it will be, and I think we've talked to various people on this show that have been out that were part of the PSL, and have said, what an absolute pleasure it was. It's not, not like the dark old days of touring Pakistan where it was hard work. I think this day and age it's a vastly superior experience, and
I think it was amazing for me that Kumar Sangakkara led that MCC tour, considering that he was on that bus in 2009.
Sorry, Darren's phone's going off in the background. I don't know what he's done. What have you done, Darren?
I don't know what happened. I think Siri.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised my Alexa's not gone off. Actually, that's normally the thing.
But yes, for Sanga, you're absolutely right, because he was on that bus, and I think he actually took a bullet as well in trying to protect some of the youngers.
And he can't speak highly enough of actually being in Pakistan. I think that tour will have done them great favours. I think Wasim Khan obviously brings a lot of, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but he's a very impressive man, Wasim Khan.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't popular with some people in Pakistan when he first went, but I think he's doing a fantastic job. I think the ECB missed out on him, but fantastic to see him doing good work in Pakistan.
He's one of those where you need a mover and a shaker or someone that's actually going to do something, and he's definitely done that. He
has. It's fantastic. So we look. Pakistan will be here. We'll find out on Saturday. There's going to be another statement on Saturday to find out the tests from the 5 reserve players today, and then the 10 that are being tested again tomorrow. I have a suspicion that if they're negative, they might decide they only need 1 negative test and put them on that plane on Sunday.
I mean, theoretically, it should be, if they've tested positive, they should have a 14-day period of not quarantine, shouldn't they? So it wouldn't make much sense to suddenly say, they're negative and put them on a plane, because it could actually then affect everyone else.
Yeah, that's the worry. They're saying that they need to self-isolate at the moment.
Yeah.
I think for 10 to 14 days. Which gives us plenty of time, considering we're not in July yet.
No, it's plenty of time I think the last test now with the West Indies finishes at the end of July, doesn't it? So the earliest, I think, test matches with Pakistan is now August, isn't it? So there's plenty of time for them to get here and get acclimatised and do 14-day self-isolation in the biosecure zone. So,
and I think they're feeling happier about actually doing their training here than in Pakistan.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
So they're actually coming earlier than they planned to, I think.
The West Indies have said that, because when we spoke to Jason Holder ahead of them coming, he said that basically what the ECB was key in a lot of their players' minds as to their well-being, and I think having arrived and settled in, that they've been massively impressed with how this has all been handled, and the security. Health-wise that they've been given by the ECB. So I think you're probably right. I think the Pakistan team similarly, and having seen the experience of the West Indies side they've got here, will be itching to get over and happy to get on with playing some cricket.
Get some cricket going. Let's get something on this TV at least.
Yeah. Debbie, just quickly, and I've only just seen this myself on ESPN, have you seen the ICC's anti-corruption unit are asking the BCCI and India to make match fixing a criminal offence in India. And it could be Sri Lanka have introduced it as a criminal offence, and they're the first country in South Asia. It would probably help Pakistan and Indian cricket get a little bit more credibility back, wouldn't it, if they do this?
Bangladesh as well.
And Bangladesh,
I think it would be. Unfortunately, it remains at times a bit of an issue for Pakistan. And I guess if you have it, something as big as the IPL is going to attract such things, isn't it, as well? Yeah, I think that'd be a good thing.
Yeah, it will be indeed. Debbie, we look forward to meeting up with you quite soon.
Yeah.
We should be able to, shouldn't we? We'll hopefully be able to get you back in the studio live with us doing a whole show.
Keep a meter, though, all right? 2
hours now, so we will keep you busy.
A marathon, absolutely.
It'll be good.
Thanks a lot for joining us. I know it was last minute, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy your theatre experience.
Thank you.
And
for the show. Bye.
Okay,
cheers. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.